but forever.
Sadara remains one of the eldest statesmen on the continent. Since his return to the country, he has been keeping a low profile. At the launch of his memoir entitled Karaba 3 years ago, hundreds of people were at hand to witness the book launch. Now at 89, the former president is showing no signs of weariness and continues to perform his daily chores, much to the delight of his aides and family. Ibrahim Abalde, GRTS News.
The Association of Non-Governmental Organizations Tuesday opened a week-long convergence dubbed Mini-NGO Week in Basse Upper River region. The forum brought together leading NGOs to dialogue in a bid to harmonize activities in intervention areas and also critically look at means of fighting poverty, which is prevalent in rural communities. Mamadou Jallo attended the forum and he now reports.
Mini-NGO Week in Basse Upper River region began with a march past from the center of town to the reclusive Regional Education Office. This is the first time that the NGO community is holding such a meeting outside the Greater Banjul area, and this, according to organizers, marks a turning point in the way NGOs operate as they seek a wider and multi-pronged approach to issues confronting them and society in general. Usman Yabo, the executive director of Tango, said poverty is one of the biggest challenges facing society. This forum, he continued, will provide the platform for NGOs to devise strategies and policies to reduce poverty in the Gambia.
This NGO week is a way of showcasing what the NGOs are doing in trying to address this poverty. From this hall, we will be going out, and some of these organizations will showcase, will tell you how they have been trying to address this poverty.
The Tango boss also called for a critical look at issues and address them collectively.
Individual communities would have to work with NGOs, would have to support the NGOs. It's been a hard road to travel. It is not easy for Action Aid, feature in our hands, to get funds outside this country to come and support you.
Mohamed S. Jallo, the Deputy Governor of the Upper River Region, hailed the NGO community in the Gambia for their crucial role in complementing government's efforts. Yaya Sanyang, Chairman of the Board of Directors of Tango, said the Mini-NGO Week is a rejoinder to the one held in February last year and offers opportunities to partners to interact and dialogue among themselves.
The other aspect to it also could be that we share among ourselves the challenges and the successes, and we learn from each other. So in that way, we are able to avoid duplication and waste of resources. Why should NGOs in one region be doing the same thing in the same communities? What is wrong with them coming together to create better synergy, better understanding among themselves, and they work together?
The civil society, under the leadership of Tango, believes policy is an integral part of sustainable development, especially community development. Because if we want to see communities, and we count on them holistically as the drivers of their own development, so they should be the drivers of policy initiatives should come from them.
The role of banks in complementing the work of NGOs also came under the spotlight. According to Sanyang, financial institutions also have a crucial part to play in helping fight poverty and empower communities.
I think the NGOs and the banks can actually enter into partnership with one another as a way of mobilizing resources, especially financial resources, for the activities of NGOs. If you look at the scenario, funding is a major challenge for NGOs. And sometimes NGOs compete over scarce resources.
The forum will also see exhibitions of various products made by communities in rural Gambia. This meeting, funded by Concern Universal, it is hoped, will spur other development partners to join the NGOs in their drive to reduce poverty by empowering local communities with the resources and know-how to stand on their own, something that is critical in an individual cycle of poverty. Mamadou Jallo, GRTS.
The United Nations Environment Programme recently conferred Africa's English-speaking Ozone Media Award on 2 African media practitioners. Established in 2001 by UNEP and the African Network of Environmental Journalists, the accolade is handed to individuals who perform outstandingly in disseminating information relating to the environmental preservation. Abdullah Baji has that story.
The role of the media in information sharing is crucial as it avails the masses understand and digest issues that are of importance to their well-being as well as adapt to new behaviors that are characterized by their very existence. The National Environment Agency, in partnership with the United Nations Environment Programme, is playing host to Africa's English-speaking Ozone Officers meeting in Banjul. The Ozone Africa Media Award, which was established in 2000 in collaboration with the African Network of Environmental Journalists, seek to recognize institutions and individuals in the media by promoting understanding of environmental issues, specifically targeting ozone-related areas, through accurate, simplified and newsworthy stories that would impact the lives of people. The award was given to 2 individuals, one from Lesotho and the other from Zambia. Jim Collin of UNEP highlighted the vital role that journalists play in disseminating information to the masses.
Assistance program in cooperation with the Africa Environmental Journalists Network, and we're pleased that this award can be made in this network meeting. And I don't think I could be any more eloquent than Madam Bakurin about praising the role of journalists in spreading these technical messages and messages about specific environmental issues to the wider population, which is really one of the pillars of our society. So the press deserves ample recognition, and we appreciate the work that is being done in all of your member countries. So let's hope that this inspires the next round of awards next year.
It is important for journalists to give people a wider and simplified understanding of issues regarding their development, and ozone depletion is one of the severe environmental hazards causing a grave change in the environment, said the Deputy Permanent Secretary, Minister of Information and Communication.
I think it is incumbent upon us as journalists to strive to be able to communicate to the very people that we serve, especially in areas where they do not know much. And ozone depletion is beyond comprehension to a large number of the population. I wouldn't say who are illiterate, that's a very crude way of saying, but non-literate. We have a very, very wide, big number of people who are non-literate in the continent.
Receiving a cash prize of $1,500 and a certificate, a journalist from Lesotho echoed her voice to the initiative.
Reporting science is not easy. It's very complex, and you need a lot of support and training. And I'm happy to say that with the collaboration that is in Lesotho between the media and the Med Services, the ozone unit, we are learning so much about the ozone layer. And I'd like to thank you so much, UNEP, and also other stakeholders who are involved in initiating this tremendous media award. Thank you.
Samba Baji of the National Environment Agency applauded the awards initiative pioneered by UNEP while encouraging Gambian journalists both in the print and the electronic media to write and talk about issues relating to the environment.
I am highly impressed with what I saw, and may I use this opportunity to encourage all Gambian journalists to venture into writing about environmental issues. As you can see, this is a very good award. It also entails a cash prize, and so I would have loved to have a Gambian journalist winning a cash prize with a certificate of more than $1,000. Nonetheless, the competition is still open for 2013, and I want to encourage every journalist in this country to start writing.
The award is projected to motivate journalists in the print, electronic and social media to take up environmental issues as a daily routine when writing and discussing issues that would impact the lives of people at the grassroots. For GRTS News, I am Abdullah Baji.
That report by Abdullah Baji takes us to our first break. We'll be back with international news in a moment.
We are Fashion Designers Association, no orte.